Whether you're a sportsman, a hunter, or just someone looking for a good pair of binoculars on a budget and you're looking for a deal, then take a look at these. In this video, we're taking a look at two pairs of binoculars from a new company, Gllysion. It's no surprise that most of the optics we see today at under $2,000 are made overseas for American companies, by OEMs in Japan, China, and the Philippines. Sometimes they're engineered and customized by the companies, and oftentimes, especially for lower priced optics, they're simply private labeled. This applies to both rifle scopes, spotting scopes, and binoculars. And over the past few years, some of those OEMs have decided to skip the middleman and sell directly in the United States through companies such as Amazon and Walmart. And this then creates the opportunity to get a good quality product at sometimes substantial savings. These Gllysion binoculars may look eerily similar to a pair of well-known brands, and that's because they come from the same place. So let's take a look at these two pair of binoculars and if they may make sense for you. While many people purchase binoculars for travel or spotting birds, gun owners will generally purchase a pair of binoculars to have in their car or in their range bags. We use binoculars during hunts, and I especially find binoculars more useful and far more comfortable when I'm spotting for other shooters or checking out a new range. It's far faster and easier to look for a pair of binoculars than to sit behind a rifle, especially if you're looking at 500 yards and in. These binoculars are available in two different models. First, a smaller 10 by 42, and second, the slightly bigger 12 by 50. Both of the binoculars are roof prism designs, which allow the binoculars to be more compact, a bit more rugged, and lightweight. This is easily picked out by the two straight tubes rather than the traditional wide binoculars using a poro prism principle. Now, both of these pair of binoculars use a BAK4 prism, which is Chinese. Now, even though it's a Chinese BAK4 prism, it is still far better than a lot of the cheaper prisms you find in other competing products. In either case, you should expect solid image quality from both. Now, the binoculars come in this nice dark green, which should blend in well if you're using them out in the field, and the finish is nicely textured so you'll have a good grip on them without giving you blisters or being too sharp. Now, the binoculars, they're going to come with both flip covers for the front and removable eye caps for the back. There are loops for the neck strap, which it's also going to come with as well. On the back, you have adjustable eye cups. And if you wear glasses, you will typically keep them in. However, if you do not, you'll generally want to extend the eye cups so that you're going to get proper eye relief. The eye cups are made of soft plastic or what kind of feels like rubber, and there are 4 different positions on them, and you'll feel them in the detents. The first thing you will want to do when you get the binoculars is to set up the diopter. It's pretty simple, and there are pretty clear instructions in the manual. Once set up, you'll simply use the focus wheel on the back to put objectives into focus. The focus adjustment dial is super smooth, and even a child will be able to get comfortably behind these. The one I'm holding here are the smaller pair, the 10 by 42, and this means they have a 10 power magnification, and the second number, the 42, is the size of the front objectives, or 42 millimeters. The larger the front objectives, the more light can get in, and thus more usable in tougher lighting conditions. These binoculars weigh 19.1 ounces, and this would make this pair of binoculars ideal for travel, East Coast hunting, or just general use at the range, just checking if anyone else is downrange without using your rifle scope mounted on your rifle. The second pair of binoculars, also from Gllysion, is the 12 by 50s. This means 12 power magnification and 50 millimeter front objectives. If you don't have to carry the binoculars on you, or you can leave them in your range bag, then this would certainly be the pair that I consider. These binoculars are going to have a bit more reach, and if you're using with gloves or you generally have larger hands, these might be easier to grip as well. The 12 by 50s are obviously a bit larger than the 10 by 42s, and they do weigh a bit more. This pair of binoculars weighs a bit over 25 ounces, and basically it's 6 ounces more than the 10 by 42s. Now, as a gun owner or as a sportsman, the one really cool thing that you would appreciate or possibly even learn that you can do is mount these binoculars to a tripod. On the front, you're going to have the screw cap with the logo. You can unscrew the screw cap, and it's going to reveal a 1/4x20 screw pattern where you can either put in the tripod adapter, or if you're a photographer or videographer, you can use a magic arm to attach these to a tripod, a camera cage, or anything else with a 1/4 thread. The binoculars do not come with the adapters, but very readily available on Amazon and other places. You can then mount them to a tripod and you don't have to hold them all day. What the binoculars do come with, however, is this really cool phone adapter, and with this adapter you can use your smartphone to record through the binoculars, and most of all, it works a lot better than if you tried recording through a rifle scope. And speaking of image quality, it's surprisingly good for the money. Things are nice and sharp with good colors and good saturation. Are they as good as a $2,000 pair of loopholes? No, certainly not, but it's not like comparing toy binoculars to a pair costing $200 either. And unless you routinely look for super expensive optics or looking for a pair immediately before this, you would certainly not be unhappy. And compared to cheaper binoculars that you would find in a $50 to $100 price point, there's a meaningful difference for just a little bit more. Overall, these are a very solid pair of binoculars, complete with everything you need at an affordable price. Is it a well-known brand? No, not yet, but you do get a lifetime warranty and an actual phone number if you have issues. So those are the new 10x42 and 12x50 pair of binoculars by Gllysion. As always, I want to thank you guys for watching. Keep on squatting, and I'll see you in the next video linked up here.